Hey guys, in today's video we are going to start modeling this drill. Today we will see the first part of modeling, where we will make the base of the model. If you like the content, subscribe to the channel, leave your like and comment here what you would like to see in the next videos. So let's go to class. Let's start by creating a plan to add our reference. The reference link is in the video description. Drag to the plane and adjust the position. First, we create a line. We will adjust the thickness to match the curved shape of the top of the reference. We convert it to editable poly and delete half with it. Let's select the edges and adjusting according to the reference. Holding Shift, we will extrude the shape, creating the base of the model. We'll select all the edges except the top two and apply a bridge to create the face. I'm going to do the same on the bottom and the other side of the model. Let's insert a loop in the center and join it with the target weld. We adjusted this edge. And now we create a chamfer on these lines. Let's select all the edges to create a chamfer as in the reference, following this flow of the shape. We adjusted the position of some vertices. Now, we use cuts to create these vertices, and without one, we will add an edge close to the edge to connect with the one we made above. We went back to the cuts and complete the remaining points. Again, without one, and vertices connect. Let's add a new loop at the top to connect with these points. With cuts, we create the loops for the side part. Now, let's create the line that divides this model into two parts. I will align these vertices on the x-axis and align them with the top vertex, making sure everything is aligned correctly. Let's use the loop that we created as a line that divides the model at the bottom. Remember to adjust the other vertices close to where the cuts will be made, leaving your mesh more optimized. Now, let's apply a symmetry to mirror the shape. We go to face mode and select the face that we are going to separate with detach. Let's work on that front part first. Here, we will fill these holes. Let's do as previously we selected a loop of edges minimums, the two at the top, and with the bridge we complete the shape. Here, I will insert a new loop in the center and join it with the target welds. Again, we create the loops close to the edges with cuts, and without one, we will insert a loop at the bottom and with vertices connect the points. We need to do this so that the number of vertices is the same as the bottom. Let's apply symmetry in Z. Now let's select all the edges except the sides, and we apply the bridge to close the hole. On the edges, we will apply a chamfer following the reference. Here, we will delete all the edges and connect the points again with the edge connected. My shortcut is Ctrl-Shift-E. To apply it to the other side, we will copy the symmetry modifier and paste it at the top of our stack of modifiers. We see that everything is working fine. Returning to our mesh, I will align these points on the y-axis and adjust the vertices using the edge constraint. Now, let's insert support loops with Alt-1 to hold the shape when to smoothing modifier to apply it. On this edge, we will also add a support loop. See that it appears as if there was an error in the mesh, but when you are the line, the error disappears. With this, we can adjust the edge so that it's closer to the corner of the model. Make the entire loop have a similar distance across the entire part of the model. This helps to make the mesh more uniform. Let's add the smoothing modifier to see if everything is working. Once that is done, let's go to the back. The process here is very similar to what we did in the other part of the model. Let's close the holes and create a new vertex contouring the cuts. Again, we use symmetry and finally we close the bottom face with the bridge. Let's adjust the edges so that they are closer to the edge. Let's also remember to align these points with the y-axis and toes at the tip on the x-axis. On this edge, we must create a chamfer the same size as the first piece. For this, we return to previous piece. I'm going to apply a chamfer and add just to get the value that was used. Now, we return to the second piece and apply a chamfer with the same value of the first. Here, we will add a loop and connect the points. We do the same at the top. Now, let's add support loops to hold in the shape. My shortcut is Alt-1. On the edge, we will remove the loop and add it in the same direction as the loop on the first piece, so that the edges are uniform. We added symmetry. At the top, I'm going to move these edges away a little. We apply the smoothing modifier. At the top, we'll need to go up a little. As these pieces are already finished, I will remove the last modifier, convert it to editable poly, and join with attach. Now, we return it with the modifier. Here, I select the top part and enable the option to top view vertices in this option. This way, I can clip the vertices and visualize what the result will look like. At the point, we will lower these vertices. Finally, this piece needs a support loop in this corner. Let's add without one. For this piece, I use the line. Let's follow in the central detail. We adjusted its position and then its thickness.
Baby, you give me ice and
I'm going to add in edit poly and adjust the bottom.
in the rain. You're some kind of butterfly.
Let's delete these points.
Midnight
For the Z's, we use cuts to create the cutting lines.
time. Don't leave me here high and dry. Oh, well, I don't wanna jinx it, baby.
Now, let's apply a symmetry to the Z-axis. We can delete these vertices and align the points on the Y-axis. We'll delete this upper part too. Now let's close this hole. Let's use bridge, as we did in the first piece. We add a central loop and with target welds, we join the points.
You're giving me wind and rain. You're some kind of butterfly. Baby, you give me.
We do the same on the bottom.
You whip up my appetite.
For this hole, I will use the cap and fill the edges with the cuts.
But I don't wanna jinx.
At the top, I will delete these edges and extrude this face, creating a loop close to the edges.
Oh, but I don't wanna miss you, baby. So I stay.
Now, I'm going to select some edges to apply a chamfer, softening the edges.
Oh,
For this corner, I will insert support loops, the same at the top of the model.
ice and fire. You're chilling wind and rain. You're some kind of butterfly. Baby, you give me.
Here, we'll see their part is working correctly.
You whip up my appetite. Don't leave me here high and dry. Baby, you give me ice and fire. You're channeling wind and rain. You're some kind of
I'm going to bring these loops a little closer to the edges.
give me midnight.
And now we use quick slice to insert 3 loops into the piece.
And dry. Oh,
Remember to align the loops on the X-axis.
oh, oh.
In this last one, we will apply a chamfer so that there are 2 loops. Here, I will insert a new loop. And now in face mode, we will apply a bevel to this face in the local option. I'm going to remove these loops and add some support loops to these edges. Let's create some details on these edges. So I'm going to raise the division levels to 1 and add the editable poly. Now let's adjust some edges and remove the order that we don't need. Here, we will create a detail on these edges. For this, I will select just 2 and use the dots loop. It will select the entire loop by intervaling the selection. We delete these edges. We will again use the dots loop to select these edges. Holding Shift, we will extrude these edges. Now we will scale the lines a little so that they are closer to the edges. Here, we need to use the bridge to close the space. I'm going to do it one by one since that bridge doesn't work with multiple edges at the same time. Once this is done, we will close the side space using the cap. In border mode, select the all with Ctrl and use the cap. I'm going to add the support loops in front and the smoothing modifier to see how it's working. I will add a loop to this part and we will see the result. The edge is very hard, and that is not what I'm looking for. I'm going to remove this loop and insert a new one now in the middle of the details. I believe this is more appropriate here. Feel free to leave this border however you like best. So I'm satisfied. Returning to the piece, we will remove this loop and create this cut that we have in the reference. I will adjust this loop with the edge constraint. Here, we will select this loop in face mode and use detach to separate the face in clone mode. Let's work on this face. I'm going to isolate, then the shortcut is Alt key. I'm going to apply Open Subdivide, and then Edit Poly, we are going to remove the center line. With Ctrl we select all the face. I'm going to deselect some at the top so that they don't have the details. Let's apply a bevel in polygon modes. We adjust the size of the details and the space between them. In Edge mode, we will extrude the edges of the model by holding Shift. Right after that, I will delete this face and close the space with Bridge. Returning to the piece, we will now create the cuts for this piece. I will use the very small chamfer. And on the central lines, we use the extrude. We adjusted the values and insert some support loops on the edges. I'm going to change the color of the detail to see how everything is looking. We see that it's correctly and we move on. Now let's create this detail on the front. I'm going to bring the line closer to the detail. In vertex mode, we are going to go down that part. Let's use cut to create this line. I'm going to remove this loop. And now with cuts, we are going to create an outline around the details. With the edge constraint, we will bring this line closer to the other and the same with the vertices. Let's adjust this in the center too. Let's do the same on the other side. With target welds, we will join the vertices. Once that is done, we add the support loop again. Here, I will adjust the vertices so that it's closer to the reference. Once this part is finished, we move it on to the front piece. We'll see that it needs more thickness for the fit back. Let's use scale to adjust this. This video will stay here. In the next class, we will see the process of creating of details of our model. See you soon. Bye!